Most, if not all of us, feel loneliness at some point in our life, regardless if we're young or old. Unfortunately, loneliness can become chronic and result in depression if it's not dealt with effectively and professionally. Therefore, it's crucial to deal with your loneliness in a healthy way in order to reduce the likelihood of developing a longer-term condition. There are many ways to avoid depression from loneliness by using coping skills and methods and techniques when you feel lonely. Increasing social connection, exploring your feelings of loneliness are the ways to avoid depression. So here I am today to give you all some advice on these 3 methods on how not to get depressed. But before I begin this, as always, I want to introduce myself. My name is Aspie Answers. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness, being your advocate and educator based on mental health and autism, taking you all on a journey with me when I am able to show you what my life is like as an autistic person and my everyday personal mental health issues, as well as insaneness, just a few other various of content that you may have seen flying about. If you're into any of these and more and you want to join me on the journey with me as a YouTube family member, feel free to smash that subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future content that I will produce to you guys. Just as a heads up, I usually post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but as I said, this may subject to change, but be on the lookout for me on the social medias. So as you were, basically, I'm going to talk about, as I said, another comprehension guide on a how-to, and this one is about dealing with loneliness, or shall we say, basically, how not to get depressed with loneliness. And in these, there will be the 3 methods and techniques as I shared, basically. And the first one is reducing your loneliness for the method. Method 2 will be increasing social connection. And method 3 is preventing depression from loneliness. So let's begin this. Method 1, reducing loneliness. Step number 1 for this is change the way you think about being alone. The nature of our thoughts determines the quality of our life, whether it is sad, happy, healthy, contented, etc. Also, in saying this, happy, optimistic, positive thoughts, emotions, and feelings generate a zing in our own everyday system, which makes the blood flow freely and make our heart beat joyously if we're in that happy state. They create a spring in our feet and spur us to action. Let us remember the age-old saying that the mind thoughts can move the mountain. Pessimistic and sad and gloomy thoughts, on the other hand, creates inertia and force us to stay bedbound. The way we usually think and act upon certain things will determine every outcome or situation that we face in our everyday life of our everyday challenges. Yet, what we say and do, etc., is up to us by starting with us and ending with us. We can be our own worst enemy when we create some negativity in our life. Our actions are the practical manifestations of thought. It's quite clear, therefore, that we must bring about a change in the way we think in order to create happiness and a sense of fulfillment in our own everyday life. A good thing about our brain is that it is willing to adapt at any changes that we bring in our thinking pattern and everything else with it. Your thoughts can change your feelings of loneliness, depression, and this poor and behaviors and how well we cope and adapt to the changes around us. If you think negatively about being alone, you will most likely have negative feelings about it. However, if you embrace being alone, you may be better able to cope with it and reduce your loneliness overall. Use positive self-talk. For example, tell yourself that being alone can be a good thing. Tell yourself also in saying that it's okay to be alone. I like my own company. This can help you to build up your tolerance to being alone. When you find yourself thinking negatively about being alone, such as, I hate being alone, I'm so lonely, this is terrible, etc., think of some alternative thoughts that might be more realistic and helpful. For example, you could think or tell yourself, I can deal with being alone, I feel lonely, but I can cope with it. It's not so bad. Alone time can be a positive thing. I'll share some of the ways of how you can change your thoughts of the negatives into one of my next video pieces over though, however. And also in saying this, basically, like, this comes into effect of the last video I mentioned about dealing with loneliness, of a how-to method for you guys, basically, at this point of time, which I'll link in the archive above me as well as in the description below me. Now, number 2, manage your thoughts about social interactions. Again, it's okay to be lonely for a time if you need it for yourself to better yourself as a person. Don't feel guilty that you should be socializing all the time. In other words, too. It's a given that sometime in our lives that we'll face loneliness. Yet the question is, as I said, can loneliness be a good thing for us? You know, loneliness has its pros and its cons, along with its benefits and disadvantages. Yet we need to be aware of our feelings and emotions and everything around us, to what's going on, hopefully to react in the right way. when these situations that we come to face hits us in the face. So this has shown that how you think about yourself in relation to others has an impact of our level of loneliness. Fear of rejection can discourage social activity and increase feelings of loneliness. As we know, fear of rejection is an emotion, and sometimes of us we feel that kind of feeling based on if we are trying to socialize and more. If you're thinking you are inferior, this may lead to worrying about social interactions. Remind yourself that we are all each different, but we are equal. We are worthy. Expect positive outcomes instead of negative ones when you're interacting with others. Think of alternative ways that the situation might pan out for you. For example, perhaps the person will like you. It will not always turn out as believed they think it will. 3. Surround yourself with animals. Animals are the next best things to humans. There is a reason some therapeutic treatments involve therapy dogs or nature-related activities. Research has suggested that being in nature or around animals can give you a sense of calm and reduce loneliness. My suggestion here is if you want to get a dog, cat or any other pet, fish, hamster, etc. However, don't overload yourself with too many pets at a time that are difficult to manage. Make sure you identify first what you're prepared to take care of. A fish versus a dog can be a big difference. If you never owned a pet before, start small. With almost no effort at all, pets manage to bring us so much joy in our lives. They make us laugh, comfort us when we're upset, and are always there for us no matter what. Not everyone understands the bond between the human and the animal or the beast, though, or even realizes how much pets can do for their owners. Quickly, we'll take a quick look at the 10 benefits of having a furry friend. 1. They'll keep you fit. 2. They make sure you're never lonely. 3. They lower your stress levels. 4. They can help you make friends. 5. They can help improve your immune system. 6. They can stop your children from developing allergies. 7. They can catch cancer early. 8. They can teach your kids responsibility. 9. They make you feel safe. And 10. They can provide companionship to children with learning difficulties or just yourself. Number 4 in this is read. When alone, reading can give you a sense of social connection and help combat loneliness. You can connect with the author of characters inside the book that you are reading. Reading can also transport you to another place and distract you momentarily from being lonely. Read as much as possible because reading not only calms you but also helps keep your mind fresh and active. Pick a novel that you can read for pleasure. Choose a genre that you enjoy, such as adventures, fantasy or sci-fi, whatever it may tickle your fancy. You can even read a magazine. Many books are available online as well now. Method 2 is increasing social connection, which is number 1, developing healthy relationships. Individuals who have satisfying interpersonal relationships and friendships show reduced depression, a more positive outlook, and a better ability to deal with challenging situations and feelings overall. Social support can help reduce stress that is associated with being lonely. Going to therapy and going to family therapy are good ways to work on your relationships with whoever it may be. Focus on engaging in social activities that can lead to friendships. Keep away from cynical and negative people if they bring you down. It's okay to cut people out of people, be it your family, friends, or whoever that are negative, because obviously we shouldn't have to deal with negativity on a daily. Ask for help when you need it. Again, asking for help is never a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength and courage. It's a sign of accepting and coming to terms as an acknowledgement in yourself that there's something not quite right for you. Number 2, have realistic expectations when you socialize. Rejection can be more of a worry when you feel lonely. Try not to put pressure on yourself to make a new best friend or a fantastic conversation with each social interaction that you get involved with. Instead, try to enjoy the feeling of connecting in that moment. Social networking can be an option. So social networking allows you to connect with other people without having the worry too much about the rejection. Try leaving a comment on someone's post or sending someone a short message. When you're socializing in person, however, on the other hand, whether with someone you know or a stranger, try making small talk. You can start with a friendly conversation. How is your day going? Asking someone how their day is going may not seem like the start of a profound conversation, but it allows you to make a small connection with anyone you may meet. And in saying this, also it may engage with another, conversation in depth later on. If it leads to a deeper conversation, that's fine. If not, you'll still shared a moment with that other person, and you're showing that other person also that you're showing interest with that person, or vice versa, they're showing interest in you while you're being open. Number 3, Be open to meeting new people. Yes, it can be hard when it comes down to us being lonely, socially awkward, or whatever it may be in this day and age. Even though I will admit I'm still a little bit socially awkward, shy and all that in myself, but then again, that's just me. Signing up for a website, joining a group or club, volunteering or taking a class are just a few steps or ways to put yourself in situations where you'll meet new people who may share common interests with you. If you are interested in connecting with someone, a great way to follow up is by adding him or her on your social networking sites, Facebook, Twitter, what have you, or even on your cell phone if you want to have the courage to phone them or text them. Remember that relationships you form may not grow deeper right away, and that's okay. For now, focus on how it feels to connect with people again in that moment. 4. Be proud of yourself when you make progress. It can be tough to get out there and socialize with people. Each time you make a connection, whether it's making small talk with a stranger or asking someone in your class out for coffee, be proud of yourself for reaching out. Feel positive about your social achievements will help you making an effort to connect with people. As your social needs are increasingly met, you'll begin to feel less lonely. Last method 3 is preventing depression from loneliness. Number 1, engage in positive activities. Doing positive activities may help reduce the risk of depression, and it's an effective strategy for regulating emotion. Research has shown that focusing on positive activities can shift attention away from the distressing thoughts that we may have on our minds. On the other hand, focusing on something negative can also cause distress and other negative stuff. My suggestion here is go for a light walk in the park or some calm place. Watch a funny movie. Laughter can really be the best medicine. After all, laughter can be your best friend. Laughter has also been shown to increase overall health and happiness. Social support is a crucial component of preventing depression. If you can, try to spend time with or talk to others in order to prevent depression. Call up a friend, co-worker or family member so that you can therefore talk to them. Number 2, using mindfulness. If you have been depressed previously due to loneliness or any other reasoning behind it, because as I said before, loneliness can be a co-factor that interlaps with mental health, be it depression, anxiety, and everything else. But in saying this, mindfulness can help reduce the likelihood that you will get depressed again. So the benefits of mindfulness, there are many benefits for mindfulness, and the cultivation of mindfulness has its roots in Buddhism. But most religions include some type of prayer meditation technique that helps shift your thoughts away from your usual preoccupations toward an appreciation of the moment and a larger perspective in life. Professor Emeritus John Kabat-Zinn, founder and former director of the Stress Reduction Clinic at the University of Massachusetts Medical Center, helped to bring the practice of mindfulness meditation into mainstream medicine and demonstrated that practicing mindfulness can bring improvements in both physical and psychological symptoms, as well as positive changes in your health, attitudes, and behaviors. So some of the benefits, I think I've written just 3 here. Mindfulness which is number 1, mindfulness improves well-being, which means this can increase your capacity for mindfulness, supporting many attitudes that contribute to a satisfied life. Being mindful makes it easier to savor the pleasures in life, as a cure helps you become fully engaged in activities and creates a greater capacity to deal with adverse events by focusing on the here and now. Many people who practice mindfulness on a daily or may find that they are less likely to get caught up in worries about the future or regrets over the past, and less preoccupied with concerns and success and self-esteem issues, and are better to form deep connections with others. 2. Mindfulness improves physical health. If greater well-being isn't enough as an initiative or incentive, scientists have discovered that mindfulness techniques can help improve physical health in a number of ways. It can help relieve stress, treat heart disease, lower the blood pressure, reduce chronic pain, improves our sleep, and alleviate gastrointestinal difficulties. And the last method for mindfulness is number 3, is it improves mental health. In many recent years, psychotherapists have also turned to mindfulness meditation as an element in the treatment of a number of problems, including depression, substance abuse, eating disorders, couples conflicts, anxiety disorders, and obsessive compulsive disorders. How does mindfulness work? Some experts believe that mindfulness works in part by helping people to accept their experiences, including painful emotions, rather than react to them with aversion effects of an avoidance. It's become increasingly common for mindfulness meditation to be combined with psychotherapy, especially cognitive behavioral therapy. This development makes good sense since both meditation and cognitive behavioral therapy share some of the common goals of helping people gain perspective on irrational, maladaptive and self-defeating thoughts. Basically, there are mindful techniques. There is more than just one way to practice mindfulness, however, but the goal of any mindfulness technique is to achieve a state of alert, focused relaxation by deliberating, paying attention to our thoughts and sensations without judgment. This allows the mind to refocus on the present moment. All mindfulness techniques are a form of meditation. So basically, number one, basic mindfulness meditation. There's that. Number 2 is body sensations, 3 sensory, 4 emotions, 5 urge surfing. Mindfulness has also been shown to help individuals who feel lonely. Mindfulness is about giving your full attention to what you're currently doing and experiencing. Often we're distracted from the present moment by thoughts about the regrets of our past or future, of the worry about what might happen. Practice mindfulness on a daily as often as you can, especially when you start to become lonely or depressed. Try a mindfulness walk. Simply take a walk down the street and focus solely on the walk. Notice the sounds you hear, the things you see, the smells, and how you feel. Another mindfulness exercise is mindfulness-based meditation and guided imagery. Close your eyes, imagine you're in a safe place. This can be a beach, your bedroom, or sitting under your favorite tree at a local park. Imagine that you're there. Again, experience your safe place in its entirety, including what it feels like, looks like, tastes like, as well as what you hear. When you have spent sufficient time in your safe space and feel relaxed, you can then open your eyes. You can practice mindfulness easily at your home by paying close attention to whatever you are currently doing. For example, if you're washing the dishes, focus your attention solely on this experience. Notice how it feels on your hands, the temperature of the water, as well as what you see. Often our minds will wander when we do these things, of these mundane activities. Observe any thoughts that may come into your mind and without judgment, let them pass. Accept your thoughts and then direct your attention back to what you were doing. You can research and find many more mindfulness exercises by conducting a quick Google search or using some of the resources, as well as also in saying this, you can practice mindfulness through, like I shared with you, through certain apps and other techniques. Number 3, taking care of your health. Depression poses a significant health risk because it can negatively affect medical afflictions. Overall, health is positively related to mental health and well-being. Health issues can also contribute to feelings of depression. In order to effectively prevent depression due to loneliness, you'll need to focus on maintaining your physical health. Improve your nutrition by eating healthier can help prevent and decrease mental health problems. Your body needs proper nutrients to function optimally. Ditch the junk food and focus on eating plenty of proteins, complex carbs, fruit and veggies. Make sure you get adequate rest. Obviously, this is important. We need at least 8 hours of sleep per night. Maintain a sleep schedule if you can by going to bed at the same time each night and waking up at the same time each morning, even on weekends, will do the world of good. Exercise regularly. Aerobic exercise has been linked to reductions in depression. Walk, run, hike, or do anything that does keep you moving. If you have any current medical conditions, especially those that affect depression, make sure you have regular visits to your doctor also. Number 4, consider getting treatment. Method here, or step here for method 3. If you think you are already doing all that you can and you're still feeling lonely, or your loneliness is growing into depression, it may be wise to seek expert help from your professionals. Therapists such as psychologists and just therapists that are, designed in this field of work can assist you in developing a clinical and research-based plan to reduce your depression or loneliness. Therapists such as cognitive behavioral therapy, as I said before, and interpersonal therapy have also been shown to reduce and prevent repeated depression. Feel free to contact your medical insurance provider to inquire about obtaining therapeutic services such as therapy or psychotherapeutic medications such as your antidepressants, so on and so forth. If you lack medical insurance, you can contact a local search of low-cost mental health services. Many government agencies may also provide low-cost health insurance. Psychiatrists can prescribe your medication if you are open to that. Ask your primary care doctor or therapist for a referral. So no further ado, guys, basically this ends my another comprehension guide of the 3 methods on how to not get depressed by loneliness. Smash the like if you like this. Comment below also, basically, if you do want to add some more advice here about how you can not get depressed by loneliness by commenting below, because as I'm opening the floor for discussion. No further ado, guys. Thanks for support. Thanks for watching. Do what you love what you do. Until next time, Aspie signing out, and I'll see you again soon. Ciao for now.